Before we get started, make sure to turn on post notification and subscribe to the channel. 10 things that are rumored to happen in WWE in 2018. Number 10. Women's Tag Team Titles. This has been one of the biggest rumors of 2018, with many people claiming that WWE is going to introduce tag team titles for the women's division as a next step in the evolution of the division. Speaking of evolution, it is at the upcoming all-female pay-per-view that many people believe the belts will be introduced for the first time, possibly with the first ever champions being crowned at the very same event. Images of titles have already been leaked online, proving that the company has at least inquired into getting them made, which is a good sign that they're at least considering it, and Evolution seems like the perfect place to make the announcement. Number 9. Asuka becomes Women's Champion. It is quite unbelievable to think that after the incredible dominant run she had as NXT Women's Champion, that Asuka has never held either the Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship during her time on the main roster. Even though WWE had built her up as a dominant competitor, as a sole survivor at Survivor Series, and the first ever winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, the company still hasn't gone all the way with the Empress of Tomorrow. However, that could all be about to change once the current feud between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch is over, with Asuka being the sensible choice as the next #1 contender. It might finally be the time to put the title on her before it's too late. Number 8. WWE tries to sign Cody Rhodes. It might finally be time for Cody to get his last name back and officially be able to call himself a Rhodes inside a wrestling ring again, as WWE is reportedly very interested in re-signing the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Cody's contract is due to expire with Ring of Honor very soon, meaning he will once again become a free agent, and there's no doubt that Triple H would be hoping of bringing him back into the company. Cody has proven himself as a top main event level wrestler who's more than capable of being the face of the company, and is certainly a draw, just as All In showcased, with the possibility of also getting the NWA World Heavyweight title as well. WWE would certainly be at least attempting to sign him. Number 7. Drew McIntyre dethrones Seth Rollins. There's no doubt that the Scottish psychopath is more than capable of being the Universal Champion. He has all the tools of being the main event name, but that happening before the year ends might be a little too soon for Drew McIntyre. However, his hard work does deserve some recognition, and given the current storylines that are taking place, the most obvious way for that to happen would be to have McIntyre be the man who defeats Seth Rollins to become Intercontinental Champion. The title is once again one of the top championships in the entire company, and getting the honor of holding it would be a major deal for McIntyre, who would certainly make a great champion. Number 6. A new authority. It might not be something that everyone wants to happen, but there's a strong possibility that a new authority might be created in WWE once again before 2018. Looking at the way the current storylines are going, it will not be a surprise to see it happen. Stephanie McMahon returning as an on-screen character on a regular basis is very likely to happen whenever Kurt Angle's return to Raw takes place. And Stephanie creating another authority to go against, that is possibly going to happen. While it won't be featuring Kane and Randy Orton, it will certainly involve Baron Corbin and some other top heels such as the Authors of Pain, making for a new look group to keep things fresh. Number 5. Brock Lesnar vs Kurt Angle. Speaking of Kurt Angle's return to WWE, one person who might not be happy to see him come back is the Beast, Brock Lesnar. This is a feud that has been slowly building on the sidelines, quietly alongside Lesnar's title run. Angle has been rumored to be wrestling more upon his return, and with the first possible opponent being Lesnar, fans could be set for a major treat. Angle denied Lesnar his title rematch, and therefore the storyline is already in place for this to happen. WWE doesn't have Brock Lesnar for much longer, and therefore getting this match in sooner than later would be the right way to go about things, with it possible happening at Survivor Series. Number 4. AJ Lee Wrestles Again. One name who has been heavily rumored for WWE's Evolution, one of the greatest female wrestlers of the modern era. However, for as good as AJ was, she never got the chance to compete against top athletes like Charlotte or Sasha Banks. This means that fans missed out on countless great matches, and that is likely something that intrigues AJ Lee to possibly return, with Evolution being the perfect place for her to do that, even if it's just for one night only. While she might be in a relationship with CM Punk, someone who's very anti-WWE, given that AJ Lee called time on her own career very early on, she certainly has at least one more match in her, and hopefully we get that before 2018 draws to a close. Number 3. AJ Styles drops the WWE title. AJ Styles is currently enjoying another incredible lengthy run as WWE Champion and is closing in on CM Punk's record run, something that WWE is very keen to bring to an end, so they have no reason to mention him. However, right now, there are lots of very credible talents on SmackDown who deserve a run with the title, with Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, and The Miz all being worthy of becoming champion sometime soon. With that in mind, it might be time for AJ to drop the belt in order for someone else to have a run, allowing Styles to move on to something new, possibly a spell on the Red brand. Number 2. Finn Balor turns heel. Something needs to change with Finn Balor. He has gone from an absolute mega star to someone who's struggling in the mid-card, feuding with the likes of Baron Corbin when he could easily be a Universal Champion. However, his current smiling babyface gimmick just isn't working for him, and fans have started to give up on seeing him back in the main event scene, which is why a major heel turn could be the right thing for him, giving him the platform to show a darker side to his personality, much like he did during his New Japan career when he was the Bullet Club leader, might be the change that he needs, possibly giving WWE a major star once again. Number 1. Dean Ambrose betrays the Shield. Everyone was expecting this to happen prior to his injury that saw him out of action for nearly a year, but now he's back and reunited with the Shield. It is highly rumored that Dean Ambrose will once again turn on his fellow brothers. The subtle teases have been put out there by other wrestlers, and WWE is clearly pushing the message that Ambrose is going to be turning heel and betraying the Shield. And while that might seem obvious, it is the correct decision. Sometimes, the obvious move is the best one to do, and WWE needs to have Ambrose as a top heel right now, changing up his character and attitude to potentially start setting up a major Shield triple threat at WrestleMania.